He grew up in Bayou Goula, Louisiana, not far from Baton Rouge. He began playing music in church with his family. For the past 7 years, he has been with the band Dumpstaphunk, featuring Ivan and Ian Neville and music veteran Tony Hall. Deven Trusclair on this episode of Drumheads and Tales. How's the tour going? You're here with Dumpstaphunk.
Yeah, man, the tour is going great so far. This is, we knocked the 4 shows out. We had a 2-day break, and now we're on the second set, another 4. We have another 2 days off after this set, and then it's 4 more, and then we're on the way home.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You, like many of the artists that I have featured, have been fortunate enough to have a supportive family already in music that helped them on track early. Talk to me about how you started and growing up in a musical family.
Well, first off, my dad is a huge influence to me in that regard, because growing up, it's because of him I've always been around music. Of course, it started in church. He was the minister of music at every church that we ever went to. So, you know, throughout the week when he would get off his 9 to 5, it's all about music. He has to pick songs. He has to go through songs, through his collections, to see like what list of songs he wanted to bring to the choir every single week. So I was always around that, and I think that kind of lunged me into it without me even knowing, because he was doing it since before I was born.
Right.
Yeah.
Your dad plays keyboards, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he put out a CD of his own.
Yep. In 2006, I believe, the name of the project was Anchored. And even that was cool, because I got to watch him. We would go to Houston every other weekend, and he would get a van and pack his praise team in there with the musicians, and they would go to Houston, where my auntie lived. She had a pretty big crib that they would use for like a studio space. And he had some people out there that would come and sing and, you know, pitch in too. So it was cool to watch him put that together. And he actually used some of his closest friends to help mix and master the project as well. So it was just cool for me to see.
Yeah,
yeah,
for sure. And your older brother CJ is also a drummer, correct?
Yep.
What is something that CJ taught you?
To be myself and try to think further than just the drums. So he's really good with, of course, playing, but he's so aware of his surroundings. He'll stop the song and rehearse it and be like, I think the bass should be on this side and the guitar player should be on this side. Or I think this song, the light should be red. Or on the video wall, we should have this playing while this song is going on. He's like hyper aware of his surroundings.
You're the second drummer I recently spoke to about growing up with music in the church. How, this other guy said that it really prepares you for a career in music. How did it help you? Well, what he was basically saying was, you have to fly by the seat of your pants. Yeah. You never know what's going to happen, and it prepares you for everything.
Yeah. Also, just like I said, in church, a lot of times, bro, weekly you have to learn 3 to 4, maybe 5 new songs. So it teaches you. It taught me cool ways to be able to learn songs on the fly
quickly.
Yeah. Because that list is ever changing.
Yeah. And
you probably won't touch the same song for a while. You know what I'm saying?
I do.
Yeah.
You hold down a groove very well and make it feel just right. How do you approach the pocket or the groove to make it feel so tight and so right?
I like to listen. I like to listen to what's going on stage. Me and whatever band I'm in, me and the bass players is super important.
Locked in.
Yeah, if we can vibe the right way, then we're fine. The rest of the band will just fall in line, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. So yeah, definitely keeping my ears open and just letting go and letting the music kind of dictate what's going on.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen you and you got some serious chops, but you don't overplay. or overuse them like a lot of younger drummers do.
Thank you. Yeah.
How and when did you discipline yourself into playing for the song first?
I have a funny story about that, actually.
Oh, I'd love to hear it.
So, my older brother, I had to sub, this was maybe like 2012. I had to sub for him at his church, and it's in Baton Rouge. It's a church called Oasis, and pretty big church. It was a big deal. And I remember I recorded the whole service. I thought I did great, and I sent him some clips of me playing, like, bro, check this out, like, thanks for letting me sub. And he called me and he was like, yeah, man, you know, everything you played was fine, but you just played a lot, and it kind of felt kiddish. And it kind of hurt me a little bit. I thought he was gonna be like, oh, this shot was cool. You did the little thing off the hi-hat, that was fire. He was like, yeah, you sound like a kid. And it stuck with me. So ever since then, I started from the basics, as far as just when you're on a gig, just play the pocket. And if you feel something come up, then make sure it aligns with the music. I have another buddy of mine, his name is Teron Lockett. He used to talk to me about that as well too. Always play the pocket, because that's where the music can breathe the most. When you're chilling in the back,
right,
just holding on the groove, you know what I'm saying?
So you've been with Dumpstaphunk for how long now?
7 years.
Yeah. And you're playing with Ivan and Ian Neville. Ivan on keyboards, Ian on guitar, who are sons of two of the Neville brothers. That in itself carries a lot of weight in the music industry. How did you get the gig?
I got the gig because my homie Alvin Ford had the gig before me. And he might have had that gig maybe like 3 years, and he ended up getting other opportunities. And you know, he would always call me to sub for him in New Orleans for like the local things, and that was his first time kind of trusting me with something that big. And I guess I did a good job, because once I played that first time, when it's time for him to leave again, he dropped my name in the hat, and Ivan and Ian was cool with it. That's great. You know, he ended up being gone for a long enough period of time where it was just like, they asked me if I wanted the gig. I spoke with Al about it. Al spoke with them, and we made this. You know, that's how that happened.
Who are some of your early drummer influences?
Ooh. First name comes to mind is probably Chris Dave. It started. My journey in music was so crazy, because just coming from Bayou Goula, it wasn't a lot of outlets, so I had to just kind of find what I could find. I didn't really have like a teacher to be like, check this person out or check out whatever. So it started with Chris Dave, and then it led to Questlove, which some type of way led to Spanky, which some type of way led to Aaron Spears, and then later on I got with Dumpstaphunk. Well, even before Dumpstaphunk, hanging in New Orleans, I found out about the Meters, which is Zigaboo Motorlease.
Yeah.
And then I ended up finding about Earl Palmer and James Black and like Junkyard Dog and all of these guys. And all of a sudden, I went from checking out everything that was in my just, you know, eyesight or whatever, to everything that had happened before me.
Yep.
And I started to check out the history of everything, and that's how I kind of fell in love with that side of it. So it's a lot, bro. It's a lot to name, from Chris Dave, Questlove, Zig, Earl Palmer, Aaron Spears, Spanky, Herman Ernest.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
What was your first break?
Oh, probably the first band I toured with, Russ Liquid Test. It was an EDM band, and they were based out of New Orleans, and they had another friend of mine that was the drummer, but because they was an up-and-coming band, you know, people, they have to take the gigs that pay the bills, and that kind of left a hole and Russ Liquid Test, but he called me because I never had a real gig like that before.
Right.
And I said yes. I did the rehearsal, and we did one show. And from that one show, nobody said anything after, and that was in October. January, I got a call from Andrew Block, and he asked me if I wanted to go on tour. And I said yes. And they was like, we're gonna give you the dates later. I'm thinking it's gonna be a weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, back home. It was about 7 weeks of dates, and I had never seen that many dates in a row before. I had never did a tour before, so it blew my mind. I must have called every number in my cell phone. Like, I think I did it.
Yeah.
I think I cracked the code.
Yeah.
And the cool thing about that was Andrew Block had already been like a close friend of mine. So it was cool to travel the world for the first time with a real friend, with a buddy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he had traveled before, so he was, every place we went to, he was hipping me to all the food spots, clothes spots. If maybe it was a baseball game I didn't know about, we'd go check out a baseball game. So it was real fun. That tour was really fun.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm. And we opened up for Lettuce for 6 weeks, and that's how I got cool with Adam Deitch.
Very cool.
Mm-hmm.
So I was watching a video on YouTube, and there you are, playing percussion with the one and only David Garibaldi from Tower of Power. How cool was that?
That was, I would say that was life-changing. That was life-changing for sure. To see how he approaches that music, and it's different from the record, but it's still just as blazing as we call it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It didn't lose any of the integrity at all. So we sat down behind it. It was two drum sets. I sat on mine, he sat on his, and I started playing Oakland Stroke the way I learned it from the record.
Yeah.
And he was just like, man, that's incredible. You put your own spin on it. And I was like, nah, that's how you played it. Like I saw I read the sheets, I saw what it was, that's how you played it. And he was like, oh, okay. Well, over the last however many years, I've played it about 40, 50 different ways. And he told me the cool thing about that was, he said he started playing it different because he used to play match grip, but he started playing traditional grip, and that kind of forced him to change some of the stickings.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
Have you practiced learning your stuff at all?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think he's one of the earliest people to kind of do that?
One of the earliest,
Who's one of the earliest?
in the manner that he's doing it, I would say yes.
Yeah.
His bag is super deep. Like he listened to those records, and also he did the Hudson, I think it was Hudson Music video shoots back in the day.
Yeah.
Just watching him play, literally, he puts like 4 different genres of music into one genre of music while doing different things on all 4 limbs. That's hard to
David.
do. Yeah.
Yeah. That's cool shit.
Yeah. He's a master with that. And it was times when I was playing, doing that gig, I would be playing a groove, or just like I'll be playing a cowbell, and I'll hear him, and I'm looking at him, and I'm just watching him, just all 4 limbs, just doing something different.
Yeah.
In the most amazing way. And it's like, this guy is an absolute monster, bro.
Yeah. You play double kick or single?
I do a little bit of double.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But last year, 2024, the band suffered a big blow when bassist, vocalist, and co-founder of the band, Nick Daniels, passed away. That must have been a devastating blow to the band.
Yeah, man. Nick.
That was tough.
Nick is definitely a legend, man. All those all those names that we just named, Nick is right up there with the best of them.
Yep.
And I was fortunate to spend years with Nick, and you know, it definitely it hurt a lot, but I always say Tony and Ivan had the deepest relationship with Nick, and I think we all collectively knew that, and we wanted to make sure we were there for them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just as much as they were there for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a tough time. Rest in peace, Nick Daniels. We still play his song.
Yeah.
Make It Out the Raw. We play that every night. It hasn't been a night where we hadn't played it, and we always give a shout out to him.
Yep.
Every show. You know
Rest
what I'm
in
saying?
peace, Nick Daniels. No doubt about it.
For sure.
But you guys are resilient. You're pushing on, moving forward, and you even added the horn section permanently.
Yeah.
And I might say those guys are kicking ass. That's
yeah,
great.
they're the best. They're the best. Dumpster horns.
So like I mentioned, you're playing with Ivan and Ian Neville. Have you ever had the opportunity to catch the Neville brothers?
No.
Are they
by the time
touring at all?
by the time I came around, the Neville brothers had, I think maybe their last show was maybe in like 2008 or 9 or something.
Was it really?
I want to say, yeah, they was a thing for a while. For a long time.
Yeah, I'm a big fan.
Yeah. But I've met Art one time, and it was one of my close homies, Terrence Houston. He plays drums with George Porter Jr. And when he first got the gig, Art was still on the gig. So that was my first and last time meeting Art, and that was like maybe 2013.
Yeah.
I met him at the Varsity in Baton Rouge.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Talk to me about this video that's on YouTube of you playing with some other musicians in the church, and you're tearing it up. And the song is called Hashtag the Shed or something like that. How'd that come about? Because it looks like they all appreciate what you do, and they're just doing a little vamp, and they're going, there he goes, there he goes, and you were just tearing it up.
That was another friend of mine in New Orleans. Her name is Kanitra. She used to throw these things called a shed, and the whole idea was to just bring as many musicians as she could together on the strength of just playing music.
Yeah.
Just doing what we all love. And it went further than that. It was more so about like building a family. You know what I'm saying? It just so happened that we all play music.
That's great.
But that's the thing that brought us together. And I would say it was super successful. She did it for a while. She took a break, and then she came back and started again. She took a break from it. It's funny, I just ran into her at Jazz Fest. I hadn't seen her in a long time. And we sat and we spoke for a minute, and she said she was bringing it back. She's trying to, get everything in line so she could, start promoting and getting everybody in. And she asked if I would help her with it. And I was like, definitely. Because that is how I met a good bit of people in New Orleans. That was around the time I first started hanging in New Orleans. I knew a few people. That shed, the funny thing about that shed, I was living in Bayou Goula, where I'm from, and my dad drove me there, so he was there too. You probably didn't see him, but he was like behind the cameras. Oh. So he was there, and that was cool. Yeah. That was really cool, yep.
Yeah. Has Dad come to see a Dumpstaphunk gig yet?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I consider you still a young man, but would you have any advice for a younger player who wants to make it big?
Yeah. The first thing every musician who's accomplished anything that I look up to has told me is the first rule of thumb is to be yourself. Be you. It's okay to have influences. It's okay to look up to however many people you look up to, but always figure out what makes you tick and go with that, because that's going to be the thing that yields you success. Yeah. That would be the first thing. The second thing would be cliche, but practice. Practice. While you're young, you don't have bills, you don't have to go to work, you don't have a schedule, you have all day.
Practice your ass.
Practice, 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 practice. Even the stuff you think you will never play, practice it and have at least a basic understanding of it. And you know, just be a people person, not a people pleaser, but a people person. You know what I'm saying? Understand how to maneuver in situations, because you this one of my OGs from Baton Rouge, Michael Foster, used to always say, it is the music business, but it's more importantly the people business. You know what I'm saying? You have to be a stand-up person. You have to hold your values super high. You know what I'm saying? Be somebody who's trustworthy. Be somebody who's going to be on time with the right equipment, ready to work. You know what I'm saying? So that would be the top three for me.
Yep. Well, Devin, it's been a pleasure to speak with you. I appreciate you taking some time to meet with me before the show.
Yeah, Bob. Thank you for having me. This is a big one in my books. This is my first official interview. So, yeah, man, I really appreciate you.
You're well deserving of it, mister.
Yeah, man.
Best of luck.
Thank you.